Did the Obama administration have Trump Tower wiretapped? Sounds crazy, but that's the allegation from President Donald Trump, backed up by the White House. The president called it a new low, but neither Trump nor the administration have cited a source or sources for the accusation, and Republicans are having trouble defending the claim.
If this happened, Martha,
If.
I agree.
Why is the president saying it did happen?
Look, I think he is going off of information that he's seen that has led him to believe that this is a very real potential.
Well, I learned a long time ago, I'm going to keep my eyes wide open. You never know when you turn a corner what you may or may not see. But thus far, I have not seen anything directly that would support what the president has said. It's a very serious allegation. The president has at his fingertips tens of billions of dollars in an intelligence apparatus. I got to believe, I think he might have something there, but if not, we're going to find out.
If it's true, obviously we're going to find out very quickly, and if it isn't, then obviously he'll have to explain what he meant by it.
CBS News has also learned that FBI Director James Comey denies the claims and has called on the Department of Justice to publicly refute the accusations. Congressman Gerry Connolly represents Virginia's 11th Congressional District. What do you make of the president's accusations? And also the fact that he hasn't come forth, or nobody in the administration has come forth with any proof to put any meat on the bone here.
Yeah, we're rapidly heading into a fact-free zone here with this president. I think he picked it up from Breitbart News.
Yeah.
And the blogosphere, the ultra-right blogosphere. It's made up of whole cloth. There's no foundation. You just saw Republicans even having to admit, I don't know anything about it.
And Republicans are coming up with words like, well, he's in position, could be, if it is true. I mean, they don't want to offend the president, you know, but at the same time, they don't want to be associated with this accusation.
But by doing that, they're empowering that kind of fake news. And they are, I think, doing a huge disservice to the office of the presidency and to the former occupant of that office, Barack Obama. A president can't get wiretapping on his own. The era of Richard Nixon is over. We have a formal legal process Congress created through the FISA court system. And you have to get a court order to do that, and it's done through the FBI, the head of which has denied that anything like this has happened and asked the Justice Department to so state. So there is no foundation, and all the innuendo to the contrary notwithstanding, it's really a terrible accusation and I think a terrible mark on this presidency.
So what do we have here? We have to cover something like this, okay? And it sounds like, at least from the White House, they're making it sound like the media is driving this with the reports. We don't have any reports. We're just reporting what the president said. This is not generated by the Washington Post or the New York Times.
He created this news.
Right. So what do we have here? Did the president, let's try to step into the president's mind. Did he do this intentionally to try and change the narrative? Which narrative was he trying to change?
I think he saw the growing snowball effect of the Sessions-Russia connection, and that's a mortal peril to this presidency. The connections were widespread. We know of at least 6 members of his team who had contact with the Russian ambassador or other Russian officials. We don't know the nature of the conversations, and we also know there are allegations involving him in Moscow when he visited. So he wanted to change the subject.
Right. Isn't it likely that we're not going to get that special prosecutor? Why would the Republicans vote for given what we know now or don't know, why would they vote for a special prosecutor, which would only further take the president and the narrative to where they don't want to go?
They're going to have to do that calculus. And if the calculus changes so that, frankly, ignoring it becomes more of a liability than it is right now, they will have to go along with a special prosecutor at some point.
Yeah.
And I frankly believe that's probably inevitable.
Right. The other thing is the president, by throwing out this accusation, he's also thrown the FBI director into the bus, hasn't he?
That's right. Several times.
Right.
He's thrown the FBI director under the bus. He's thrown the intelligence community under the bus. There are reports he's quite upset with Attorney General Sessions for caving and recusing himself. Because he was basically caught not telling the truth under oath at his own confirmation hearing.
Yeah, they said the president is very upset, you know, down at the Florida resort.
That's right.
And elsewhere. To be continued. Congressman, thanks a lot for coming in.
My great pleasure, Bruce. Thank you.
All right.